Managers, all my business managers, come on up here. Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful day.
Good day for a rally, huh? Good day. Rally to save democracy, right?
That's right.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a great day. It's a great day to have a political rally, isn't it?
Yeah.
And all of our speakers today can complete a full sentence without cursing. Before we start, I want to take a moment of silence to underscore just how important this event is for the Philadelphia building trades in front of the Pat Gillespie building. We lost a member, Matt Holleran, of Local 14. It just lets you know how important worker safety is and why we need OSHA, and we can't have those other clowns eradicate OSHA. So give me a moment of silence for Matt Holleran. Thank you. We'd like to welcome you here today on this momentous occasion. And first, before we get to where we're going, I'm going to give an honor to the best union president in the history of the United States of America, Joe Biden. Let there be no mistake that we will not allow the history books to be written without them putting Joe Biden and his love of country at the top of the thing. Joe Biden said it better than any of us could say it. He said, I revere this office, but I love my country more. And it was time for him to turn over the country to a new generation of leaders. And the Democratic Party has them in spades. All of our leadership, the talent that we have, it is almost unfair, the talent we have. Some of it is up on stage tonight. Our first woman speaker, Joanna McClinton. At some point, we'll be joined by the first female mayor, Sherelle Parker. And we have a special guy. It ain't about him today. But the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. And we hadn't had a governor in our mansion like we have right now. Right. He's special. In this budget alone, he prioritized education with the House, with Jordan Harris is here. Jordan. We got talent. I just forget about them. They falling out my pocket. Jordan Harris, the appropriations chairman. Where are you, Jordan? In this budget, Jordan, get up here, man. Come on. They prioritize people. Look at the investments they made into our schools. Look at the site fund to put our people back to work. $400 million. 500 million. See, the governor. That's a $500 million. Listen, the working union people have never had a governor had our back like Josh Shapiro.
Hey!
And while this isn't about Josh, he would look good on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Now, that's all I'm saying.
All right, thank you very much.
That's enough. But we're here about the prosecutor, the woman that knows people like Donald Trump. She prosecuted sex offenders. He is one. She prosecuted con men. He is one. She is the right person at the right time for this job to take America forward. And I'm going to put all this to bed about qualifications. I want to put her qualifications up against Donald Trump. He inherited money. He had 2 failed casinos when Atlantic City and Vegas were the only place you can gamble. How do you mess that up? He did. He went bankrupt more times than I care to count. And she was a prosecutor in San Francisco, ran for that one. The largest state in our country is California. She was the AG of California. Then she was the senator from the state of California. She ran all them. That California is like a mini economy in and of itself. She is one of the most qualified candidates ever to run for this office. And let no one let you know that that is a sexist trope that they're doing. If that was a man with that, they would say, oh, this is an experienced person. But we're going to have her back. As you look out here, look at the diversity, look at the gender diversity, the ethnic diversity, the generational diversity. We have it all. And there's a palpable excitement throughout this country. Look at the fundraising she's doing. We have Kamala Harris's back. The state party, under our great leader, Senator Sharif Street. Now, if you know the Democrats, we got many tenths for everything. But that call was unanimous in endorsing Kamala Harris because she's the right person.
Amen.
And I'm so proud to stand here representing over 40,000 construction workers, public employees, refinery workers, every type of worker you want to name in this region. And we're going to use all of our time, our talent, and our treasure to elect the next president of the United States, Kamala Harris.
Hey.
Joe Biden and Harris made it possible for us to have pre-apprenticeship programs so we could bring African Americans, Latinos, and women into the building trades. This isn't what they said they were going to do, like Trump, an empty promise. This is what they did, and showcasing that is our own Aaron Hoffman, director of the Finishing Trades Institute and WINK, Women in Construction. Aaron.
Everybody needs a Ryan. I didn't know I was talking today, but he said, I look beautiful. I need a button of them on my mirror. This vote is so important. Pre-apprenticeship programs, DE&I efforts for the building trades, this is what we need. Our job sites and our workforce has to look like the neighborhoods that we live in and that we represent. Programs like WINK, Women in Non-Traditional Careers, give women in the city of Philadelphia and surrounding counties the opportunity to do just that. They get to apply and thrive in the Philadelphia Union building trades. So make sure you vote.
All right, Aaron. Good job, Aaron.
And I see all the assembled press. I want you to write this. The building trades is now diverse on the workforce and our leadership. I'm going to bring up to you a business manager, which is the highest elective office in building trades. Tricia Virgo, the business manager of our IT Local 8. Tricia.
Good morning, everyone. I want to thank Ryan Boyer, Wayne Gallagher for inviting me to speak today. I am Tricia Barnes-Vargo, first female business manager by ATSI, Local 8 stations, and first female business manager to sit on the Philadelphia Building Trades. Kamala Harris has consistently demonstrated an unwavering commitment to the values we hold dear as union members. Her dedication to workers' rights, her relentless pursuit of justice, and her vision for a fair and equitable society make her an ideal candidate to lead our nation. Throughout her career, Kamala has been a fierce advocate for labor. She understands the importance of strong unions and has fought tirelessly to ensure that workers have the rights and protections they deserve. From supporting legislation that increases wages and improves working conditions to standing up against corporate interests that seek to undermine our collective bargaining power, Kamala has proven time and time again that she is on our side. In addition to her staunch support for labor, Kamala Harris brings a wealth of experience and a deep understanding of the complexities facing our country today. As a former Attorney General and now Vice President, she has tackled some of the most pressing issues of our time, from criminal justice reform to healthcare access. Her ability to navigate these challenges with intelligence and compassion sets her apart as a leader who can bring about real and meaningful change. Moreover, Kamala's personal story is one of resilience and determination. She embodies the spirit of American dream, rising from humble beginnings to become one of the most powerful voices in our nation. Her leadership is not just about policies and politics. It's about inspiring all of us to strive for a better future. As a business manager for IATSE Local 8, I know the value of strong leadership and the impact it can have on our lives and livelihoods. Kamala Harris understands our struggles and our aspirations. She has the vision, the experience, and the heart to lead our country toward a brighter, more inclusive future. I am honored today to stand together and support Kamala Harris for President of the United States, for a leader who believes in the power of unions, who fights for justice, and who inspires hope in every one of our nations. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. I know you got a speaking program, but I'm going out of order because I got the mic and I can do that. I'm going with Labor's District Council, always a staunch advocate, Vice President of Lyuna, Sam Staton Jr.
Yeah, the Phillies fan. Oh, God is good.
All the time.
Again, we had President Obama. I wish my dad could have been to see it and enjoy it.
He's here. He's here.
Now we have Kamala Harris. When you talk about history, you talk about a president and Joe Biden who saw it fit. Guess what? He tricked him. He tricked him when he stepped up and said, I'm stepping down. I'm going to put somebody that's going to run this race and beat this race. We talk about history. Wow. For us to actually experience a black female being the president of these United States that's going to do right by labor, going to do right by working people, it's amazing. But guess what? Philadelphia, we got work to do. We got work to do. We know our history. Our history has been, if Philadelphia come out, we take the state. We take the state. So I'm saying that starting today, let's get our membership, let's get our families in line so we can have victory in this election. God bless.
All right, Sam.
And I told you that Philadelphia Building Trades is united. And I said we're going to put our time, our talent, and our treasure. And there's not too many unions that can match the treasure of Local 98 and its new leader, Mark Lynch.
Thank you, Ryan. I'm thrilled to announce the full support of the Philadelphia Building Trades for Kamala Harris as the next President of the United States of America. Kamala Harris has consistently proven to be the wavering right choice for this country, showing unwavering dedication to justice, equality, and progress. Kamala Harris has a distinguished record of accomplishments. As Attorney General of California, she tackled issues ranging from consumer protection to criminal justice while always prioritizing the needs of all people. As U.S. Senator, Kamala Harris has been the steadfast advocate for health care reform, workers' rights, and climate action, co-sponsoring significant legislation such as the Green New Deal. A couple weeks ago, I had the privilege of hearing our mayor give a passionate speech about the keeping of receipts. Well, when it comes to Governor Shapiro, IBW Local 98 and Philadelphia Building Trades, we keep receipts too. Before he was governor, Josh Shapiro spent time in his state house where he demonstrated an exceptional ability to work across the aisle, earning the position of Deputy Speaker of the House. During his tenure, he championed worker initiatives and maintained perfect voting records with labor. When Josh moved from the House, he successfully flipped the Montgomery Board of Commissioners, putting Democrats in control for the first time.
That's right.
Once again, Josh didn't just focus on politics. He immediately passed responsible contractor language, leveling the playing field and putting union men and women to work on taxpayer-funded projects for the first time. This initiative took nearly 10 years for other surrounding counties. As Pennsylvania Attorney General, Josh continued to champion labor rights, including the largest misclassification case against a contractor in the nation, which ensured workers are not classified as independent contractor so they can also receive the benefits they deserve. Now as governor, Josh has achieved a landslide victory in Pennsylvania, receiving more votes than anyone in the state's history. Despite being the governor of the only state with a split legislature, Josh knows his willingness once again to work across the aisle in meaningful legislation that enhances public safety, bolsters economic development, and most notably enforces project labor agreement directives. And that's done to ensure the large-scale public construction projects that employ skilled union labor. Under his leadership, we saw the remarkable achievement of the rebuilding of I-95 in 12 days. Which is a testament to the treatment and commitment of his effectiveness. Mayor Parker, at Local 98, we keep receipts too. And those receipts show that Governor Shapiro is the right choice. I said it. And the choice for the United States of America. Governor Shapiro's consistent dedication to labor rights and his proven track record make him an extraordinary leader for our state and our nation. His policies have not only supported the working class, but have set standards for progressive leadership that benefits all citizens. As we look to the future, it's clear that with leaders like Kamala Harris and Governor Shapiro, we can continue to build a stronger, fairer, more prosperous society for everyone. Thank you.
Listen, now I'm gonna hype y'all up, and I'm gonna screw Wayne Miller something tremendous. I'm gonna put the most dynamic, most eloquent speaker in the country on. Our speaker, Joanna McClinton.
Yes. She's a minister.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's only been 4.5 days and Kamala Harris is on the road to victory. And we know, Governor Shapiro, victory rolls right through the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
That's right.
We are so excited this Friday morning to stand with the leadership in the Philadelphia building trades, Ryan Boyer, and every single business manager that is here, and to all the hardworking men and women. Hello, Elaine McGuire from Local 98. Yes, she's from my church, Governor. We're all here today because of one reason. It's a great thing to have a one-seat Democratic majority in the State House where the only constitutional amendment we sent over to the Senate is for public workers OSHA.
Yes.
Well, we know that for the next 4 years in the White House, we need a leader that's a proven, battle-tested woman who has stood consistently with the hardworking men and women of labor. And the good news is we have that woman. She's prepared, she's ready, and with all of the support here today, we know she will win on Tuesday, November the 5th. We are very excited because we know over the next 101 days, we are going to do the hard work in every county surrounding this great city and also in this great city to let those know who haven't been tuned into politics like all of us have, who exactly our extraordinary Vice President Kamala Harris is, and what she will do and what she's already done. We are thrilled to know that on this Friday morning here in the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection, Madam Mayor, that we are on the road to victory. So I have a message for all those who are watching. We are ready to rumble and our sleeves are rolled up to get the job done. Thank you.
Now my president, Wayne Miller.
Thanks, Ryan. He usually gives me about 2 minutes that you're going to speak, but the thing is, wow, what a turnout. And the thing is, I'd like to thank everybody that came here, all our state legislators. They're fantastic, led by Joanna, all our city council people, our past Congressman Bob Brady, everyone, state senators, state legislators, everyone. I also want to take the time to thank President Biden for what he did.
Yes.
I think that he should be alongside Hallie Roseman. When he picked Kamala Harris, that was a home run. I mean, come on. The thing is, what foresight he had. They say he's old, but that's foresight. He picked a woman that's tough and can lead and can take over the first day, and she can. And we're all so proud of her. The thing is that we have to be vigilant what we do every day. For the business managers, I like that they don't get that much recognition, okay? And I want people to know who they are. Dennis Pagliatti from the Bricklayers, Mikey Knobs from the Iron Workers, my apprentice George Pegram, Brian Bush, Jimmy Snell from 420, Mark Lynch, everybody knows him, Mark Makovich, Trish Barnes over in the end, Rob Salucci back there, stand up, Rob, Bucci Bennett. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. But the thing is, Sam stayed. Well, everybody knows Sam, you know. So the thing is that what we have to do is we got to get out and work. The thing is, the Philadelphia Building Trades, we do not pick people that are ahead in the polls. We pick the people that we want. The last two mayors of Philadelphia were down in the polls before the Building Trades jumped on. When we jumped on, that's what we have. All right. So I have to get off this mic because Ryan says I talk too much. But again, we have to get out. We have to let our members know that what they did to us in my local and every other local cost every man and woman in my local $14,000 a year they can't write off when he gave the tax cuts. We have to stand up for what's ours. And if you think for 1 second, if you think that infrastructure comes with the PLA, when Trump gets in there, it's done. So we got to stand up and fight for what we want. And when we back the Philadelphia Building Trades and you're back with them, you win. Thank you.
Go ahead. Hey, Wayne, you coming on the trail with me?
You got to bring him to church, man.
Y'all heard him. We keep receipts. And we ready to rumble. We're ready to rumble, y'all. Listen, I would be remiss if I didn't get some remarks from the city Democratic committee chair and the state committee chair. If y'all can come up and just give remarks, Bob Brady and Sharif Street.
Yeah.
All right.
How's everybody doing today?
All right.
Look, it is clear, and make no mistake, Vice President Harris is our presumptive nominee. And in Pennsylvania, we're united behind her. The entire executive board of the Pennsylvania Democratic Party on Monday at 11 o'clock voted to support her. At 12 o'clock, every county chair and every regional chair voted unanimously to support her. And at 1 o'clock, all of our delegates pledged their support to Kamala Harris for President of the United States. She is ready, she is prepared, and she's up for the fight. She has led as a prosecutor helping keep communities safe. She has led as a state attorney general, where she, as a state attorney general, along with our own governor, who was then attorney general, took on big opioid companies and stopped the people who are really pumping the drugs in our community, not blaming and trying to scapegoat people walking across the border. They took on the American billionaires that were pumping drugs in our community and made them pay and made them stop.
That's right.
As vice president, she and President Biden stood up for organized labor. And in the process of doing that, reduced the wealth gap between men and women, blacks and whites. They stood for everybody. And I'm proud. We've got to stand for her. And the Pennsylvania Democratic Party, we're going to knock doors, we're going to make calls, we're going to be on social media, and we're going to make sure she is the President of the United States of America.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm happy to be here with RB. I'm an RB. My brother, two RBs, two brothers, peace in the pod, Democratic parties, and the building trades and labor are exactly one and the same. Happy also to be with our speaker, our mayor, and you all know how I feel about our governor. Although he kind of embargoed me to be quiet a little bit, but to hell with that. You know, the road, the road to the White House goes through Pennsylvania.
That's right.
And going through Pennsylvania to put this guy as the vice president, a slam dunk without question, because he's really proud, and we're going to be. Let me just tell you real quickly. You know, I talked to Joe, and he said, Bobby, I call him Joe when he calls me Bobby. You know what he told me? Get over it. He said, I didn't pick Kamala Harris to be my vice president almost 4 years ago, just for her to sit around and just to be the vice president. I knew she'd be ready, willing, and able for situations like this. So he says to say hello, and he said, without question, we need to do, again, like Street said, the state party, the Democratic Party in the city of Philadelphia. The next day, unanimously, acclamation endorsed also Kamala Harris be the president of the United States. So she's not here to hear you. She's not here, but she can hear you. So let her hear you. Harris, Harris, Harris. Can't hear you. Harris, Harris, Harris. Get it done. God bless you. Thank you all.
Now, earlier I spoke about the embarrassment of riches that the Democratic Party has. Embarrassment of riches. And this young lady, oh my God. The Philadelphia Building Trades own. We love her. In 7 months, you see that the city is getting cleaner, greener, safer, with economic opportunity for all. And that is none other, and it's hard for me. I love calling her Madam Mayor, but she'll just put you in your place and say, I'm Sherelle from Forest Ave. Sherelle Parker, our mayor.
Let me start this morning by saying it's an honor and a privilege to be here with my building trades family to reaffirm my support for Kamala Harris to become the 47th president of our United States of America. But I think I really need to start by affirming to you, Philadelphia and southeastern Pennsylvania, that my support is not conditional on her simply living a life at the intersection of race and gender, as an Asian American woman, as a black woman. It is because she has succeeded in every aspect of her career in making sure that she keeps people first, in spite of the fact that she's lived a life at the intersection of race and gender. You don't get the opportunity, and I'm so happy that you, Mark, affirmed that we keep receipts. Receipts are extremely important because sometimes campaigns are about emotion. in the moment, feel-good moments. But at this critical juncture in our nation's history, this is not a time to gamble on someone simply because of what they say in a rousing speech that they can give. We need to not only listen to what people say, we need to watch what they do. We don't simply listen to what people say, we need to watch what they do. As the 100th mayor of the city of Philadelphia, I have only been here for a little over 7 months. I took a stroll through my time and engagement with Kamala Harris. Philadelphia and southeastern Pennsylvania, I want you to know that her first campaign visit when she became the vice presidential nominee, her first campaign location in our region wasn't in a swanky hotel. It wasn't in a swanky community. She came to a neighborhood in the city of Philadelphia to come firsthand where people are struggling every day, who need to make government work for them in a very tangible way. I'm here on this morning to stand with my building trades family, to say to Philadelphia and to southeastern Pennsylvania that this is a serious matter. For those of you who know the challenges that we are facing when it comes to an aging infrastructure, when it comes to public safety, when it comes to the need to clean and green our city, I'm your mayor, and I'm telling you that I can't do it without a partner in the White House who understands that Philadelphia needs their intergovernmental support and cooperation in order to make things happen. So this is not merely an emotional moment or a time for feel-good speeches. This is about being able to quantify the over almost $500 million that the Biden-Harris administration has delivered for the city of Philadelphia. $638 million to be exact. Let me hear you all say $638 million. Finally, I want to say that she's prepared to meet this moment because of her intellectual prowess, her experience, and her strength. She is not just being given an opportunity just because. She's been like a male woman for the city of Philadelphia and our region. She's delivered time and time again. And the only way we can ensure that she gets the opportunity to be in that White House as our 47th president is if we do what we need to do. That is out-organize. That is to outwork. How do I know? And why is being with the building trade so important on the day? I know what it's like to be down. I know what it's like to be counted out. I know what it's like when people say that that is not where you belong. And there are a whole lot of people in our nation right now who are counting on us and others to say Kamala Harris doesn't deserve and shouldn't be the 47th president of the United States. But Wayne Miller, you were right. I know what happens when the building trades say that we're going to be intentional about making an investment. She's a boss. She's going to continue delivering for Philadelphia and southeastern Pennsylvania. But what I know as mayor is that you can't do anything alone. She needs a partner. And I can't think of a better partner to be her vice president than our Governor Josh Shapiro. Now, it is true for the record that the selection of a vice president is a deeply personal privilege of our presidential nominee. But I'm telling you, if you want to win Pennsylvania, there is no other candidate in this nation positioned to help us win the White House than our Governor Josh Shapiro. Philadelphia, everybody here, put your ones in the air. Somebody's watching somewhere saying, how would they
they going to do it? Is Philly alone? Is Bucks, Chester, or Delaware County alone? On today, let's let them know that we are one Philly,
One Philly,
one county,
one county,
and one region united,
one region united,
and ultimately a nation united. Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, and southeastern Pennsylvania will deliver Kamala Harris as the 47th President of the United States of America. And if they take our advice, Josh Shapiro will be our Vice President. Thank you.
It is my awesome privilege. It is my awesome privilege and a proud moment to bring to you a governor that answers his phone as quickly as he did 2 weeks before the campaign as 2 weeks after. When the Philadelphia Building Trades call, he answers. He delivers. The receipts are there. I-95, emergency power, union contractor, union workforce, 12 days. And we talk about the building trades here. It's the Philadelphia Building Trades and our cousins. They ain't our brothers yet, but the carpenters here. I saw Mongoose Sanchez here. So we all together on this. On this, we all together. And on this, we can agree that while I wasn't supposed to say it, I'm at the age now where I gotta let it rip.
Let it rip.
That I agree with my mayor.
Yes.
That ultimately the decision is up to our presidential candidate, Kamala Harris. But I have a strong advice for you that this presidency comes through the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and there's no person in the world uniquely qualified to deliver the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania but its most successful, complete governor that we've ever had, Josh Shapiro!
What's up, Philly? Man, it is so good to be in a House of Labor, and when my speaker was talking before, I thought she was taking us all to church as well. That's a hell of a combination. Let me begin by talking about our 100th mayor. Herself a history maker.
Yes.
A friend for 20 years in public service. Someone who is indeed walking the walk, making our city safer, making sure our city is cleaner. But most important, making sure every single person in this city feels heard, feels respected, feels looked after. Madam Mayor, I'm grateful for your leadership, and I'm even more grateful for your friendship. Thank you. It feels real good to be with Ryan Boyer and all these great leaders in organized labor. I have seen the power of this organization, the power to put people to work, the power to put food on the table for families who are looking out for their children, the power to be able to think about a tomorrow that includes all of you in the progress of this nation, the power to rebuild a road in just 12 days, and the power to see to it that our nation moves forward in this election with Kamala Harris as the next president of the United States. I know that power because I've had the opportunity to work with you, to serve alongside you in this journey of public service. This has been a partnership to put people to work. Today in Pennsylvania, we just graduated more than 7,000 apprentices for the first time ever in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. For the first time ever, we've got a legal directive signed by the governor of this Commonwealth to say that public works projects should be PLA driven in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We have seen in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania that when our union brothers and sisters do well, our economy grows, our families get stronger, and our Commonwealth becomes more prosperous. We've stood together as we have made progress. We've also stood together when we've tried to root out evil amongst us. It was all of you who stood with me when we took on one of the most powerful, one of the most skilled, one of the most wealthy contractors in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and brought the largest Davis-Bacon prevailing wage theft case in the history of the United States, and we held them criminally accountable here in the Commonwealth. We showed through that if you screw over a Pennsylvania worker, you're going to be held to account. We also showed through that work that we value the Pennsylvanians who may not sit in a boardroom, but go do that hard, backbreaking work on our roads in the heat of summer and in the cold of winter. We showed what we value. We showed that every single day, what you preach in your union halls is what we live in the halls of government. And that is standing up for the rights of workers, standing up for the people who are making us more prosperous. You know who else has done that work throughout her lifetime?
Yeah.
Who's dedicated herself to doing that work? Another friend of mine over the last 20 years, the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris. Yeah. She is a fearless leader. She has always put people before the powerful, whether in a courtroom, in the halls of power, or in the office of the Vice President. She has never forgotten the people that got her there. She has never forgotten where she came from. She never forgot her roots. Think about it. Someone who has rose through the ranks. Someone who has achieved all that she's achieved. She's never turned her back on the people that the mayor and the speaker and all of the union leaders here are fighting for every day. And thanks to her and President Biden, more people went to work in America today than ever before.
Yes.
Thanks to her and President Biden, we are poised to be here in Pennsylvania the national leader when it comes to clean energy for the future of our country, right here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
The hydrogen hub.
I said it, Jimmy Snow. Thanks to her, when tragedy struck our region, when that road on I-95 collapsed, my first call was with Ryan Boyer to say, can we muster the soldiers to get out there and get people moving again? And the second call came from the Biden-Harris administration. And they simply said, what do you need? They delivered everything they need. They took a city that was down on its knees and lifted us back up. And that's the same thing Kamala Harris is going to do for this country. Now, gang, you could not have a clearer contrast in this race. You could not have a clearer contrast between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Now, let me tell you something. He's pretty afraid. Y'all see, he's backing out of the debate now. He's afraid to stand toe-to-toe with our vice president. And you know why that is? It's not just because she's a skilled debater. It's not just because she's got the right positions on the issues that matter most to the good people of Pennsylvania and this country. It's because he can't run away from his record any longer.
Yeah.
Think about it. 4 years as president. Guy stacks the NLRB with a bunch of corporate folks who have tried to rip away your rights every step of the way. We can't go back to that, and he can't defend that. Think about this. This guy went to the Supreme Court of the United States, a place where me and my office have been to stand up for people's fundamental rights and freedom. A place where Kamala Harris, as Attorney General in California, went to stand up to expand the freedoms for the good people of this nation. Donald Trump went to court, the Supreme Court, and asked to make this nation a right-to-work nation. Let me be clear, I'll never let Pennsylvania be a right-to-work state, and Kamala Harris will never let this nation be a right-to-work nation. And it's not just in these big halls of power that Donald Trump has tried to screw over our nation. In our restaurants and bars, when I served as your Attorney General, Donald Trump as president literally tried to put a federal rule in place to make it so when you tip your waiter, your waitress, your bartender, that they wouldn't get to keep those tips. That instead it would go to the back of the house, it would go to the restaurant owner. This is who this man is, screwing over the little guy for the corporate interests. The good news is we went to court, we beat him, and our waiters and our waitresses, our bartenders, they were protected. You see, whether as president where he worked directly against working folks, or whether as a businessman who quite literally screwed over the workers who were building our high-rises, our casinos, and so many other things that dot the East Coast of the United States. He has shown us who he is, right? When folks tell you who they are, Madam Mayor,
Believe him the
first time.
Believe him the first time.
We don't need to give him the keys to the White House so that he can continue to rip away our freedoms, so he can continue to attack this great nation. I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little sick and tired of this guy going on TV every day, shit-talking America.
Yeah.
Think about this for a minute. We are producing more energy in America than ever before, giving us more freedom, more prosperity than ever before. Our economy is growing faster than any other economy in the world, and we are out-competing China for the first time in generations, giving us more freedom and more opportunity. And thanks to union brothers and sisters like you and many more across this country, this morning in America, when folks woke up, more people went to a job than ever before, thanks to the Biden-Harris administration. And so I got a message to Donald Trump. Stop shit-talking America. Stop attacking our workers. Stop limiting our freedom and start standing up for righteousness, for goodness, and for the American people. The person who is best equipped to do that in this election. The person we are going to unite behind in order to accomplish that is the Vice President of the United States, our next president, our 47th president, a dear friend of mine, a dear friend of Philadelphia's, Kamala Harris. Are y'all with me? Let's get this done, Philly. Thank you all very, very much. Thank you.
We'll take a few questions. Questions? Any questions? All right. There you go, right there.
How about we do this later, all right?
Yeah,
Brian?
that's later. We're going to do that later. No vice president questions. Anything else?
Typical sprinkler Harris campaign, or they?
Yes, the typical every union leader here is going to communicate with their members. There they are right there. That's the typical members right back there.
100%. And the plumber, too.
Wayne's apprentice is going to be there, too.
All right. Good job, Ray.
There have been, since 2016, a significant portion of building trades members who are supporters of Donald Trump. Do you think some of those people can get behind Kamala Harris? What's your message to them as to why?
We'll take their union card.
We're going to have the receipts. What we're going to do is what Governor Shapiro just now laid out so articulately, we're going to put it in our language and be as subtle as a hammer to the face, what Donald Trump did. That's what we're going to do. We're going to let him know that he stacked the NLRB with corporate lawyers, that he tried to take away OSHA, to take away our worker protections, that he tried to take our prevailing wages away, that he tried to make this a right-to-work state, to give them a 50% pay cut. That's what we're going to do. We're going to tell the truth on them.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Ryan. Great.
That's it. Thank you. Kamala Harris, let's win this joint.
No big. No big.
Gaggle right in front of us.